Well, would you look at that? Hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome back to Ostriv, as everything is going great. We've got a lot of buildings that have been completed building. You haven't really missed out on much. This the construction progress of a few things, including the stone mine and the lime kiln. So welcome back, everybody. Thank you very much for being here and smashing that like button. We've gone ahead and started really good big construction on the industrial area. I've fenced everything off and we've added to our farms. We're also waiting for some plows to be constructed, as we now have some cows here that eventually will turn some into oxen, and this is just to kind of remind me that we need to order those. We got some food variety problems still, but that should be resolved by the next harvest. We'll keep an eye on what everybody's planting, and it looks like we're going back for some fallow fields, some wheat, some buckwheat, and a few other things to make some more bread. So that should be just fine, as well as what look to be a few potatoes and some more hemp too. So welcome back to all of you. Again, we will be done very soon as our church is completed. Now we have all the stone to construct that with the stone mine here. I shouldn't say we have all the stone, but we've mined a little bit of it out of the mine. I guess it's straight down, like they go straight down into the ground. So that's all fine. I planted a lot of trees, and we've got more crops to grow in the next years. In fact, we could do almost 2 wheat harvests here before we're done. This one's going to be kind of crappy, but we'll work on figuring that out for the next year. Let's go ahead and do that now. We'll make a few fields of maybe potato or something like that. We'll have a couple week harvests, yes, and we should be fine. Actually, that one will go fallow. Let's go ahead and do maybe buckwheat the next year here, and we'll keep the varieties up because it seems like our people really want a lot of different things to eat. Makes sense, right? Let's go with buckwheat again, and then this one should be, we'll just go with a blank field and keep that potato. Potato takes a little bit of nutrients, but not too bad. We'll see how that is after the next harvest. Also, I put a clay pit over here so that way our people can get access to materials a little closer to the, I guess, this eastern side. And you can see where everything's been connected. It's really looking beautiful. We've done a fantastic job. Chickens are back. They're going back up now after our previous, I guess, a little starvation scare of a lack of buckwheat and whatnot, and also wheat. But they didn't do too bad. In fact, some of them are already up to our preset numbers. So we should see chicken meat in the market now. And we have access, finally, to making clothing. So clothing is being sold. We have our tailors and weavers delivering things over here. And we have our cows, as I showed you before, and they will be able to go across the bridge when they're ready for slaughter, to be slaughtered here. Then they'll go to the tannery, and then we'll work on building a saddlery and some other stuff probably over here. We'll make shoes and saddles here and some cart parking and stuff in this area. So plenty of space. We've also got ourselves the reforestation area cooking again, and lots of people making all the wood, and especially the bark that we'll need in order to do all the tanning that needs to be done. Lots of things to trade, lots of people kind of unhappy with the food, but we're going to work on repairing that, or rather fixing that problem. Last thing I want to do in this game is pigs. Pigs are going to be quite difficult, as they hog up all the food. Pun intended. We need to make ourselves a farm just to be dedicated to them. Maybe we won't get to them, maybe we will, but it's kind of just like a little extra bonus thing to get some bacon on your plate, which is not too bad. Alright, well, let's go ahead and build our saddlery then. And wait a minute, hold your horses. Literally, we have horses too. That's right. Just before I started here, they were delivered, so I just ordered them. Took a while to wait for them to come up, and now we finally have 2 males and 2 females, and then eventually we can turn them into draft horses for the wagons. And actually, there's one over here, already ready to go. So I don't know exactly how this works. I see him attached to the wagon there. I don't know exactly how it all functions, but we'll see. We'll see how it all goes. We'll hire a third person there. And let's get on to building ourselves the saddlery now. Ah, here it is. So we have our saddlery building on this page, as well as the shoemaker's workshop. So let's build our saddlery. This makes saddles for horses, which I don't ever think I've seen them exportable. I don't know if we can actually export those. I haven't seen anybody wanting to buy those. And this will, of course, take use of our leather with both the shoemaker and the saddlery building. Excellent. Good. Alright, hopefully we don't see any people moving out or anything like that. It looks good so far. Alright, looks like we've ordered a few plows, and then eventually we'll get ourselves some oxen ready. It's kind of nice that we got these horses here. They have plenty of food. Look at that. There's over 2,000 hay in the hay barracks, and they've also got 267 wheat and some horseshoes too. So we're making a lot of those now. Alright. Oh, this must be the new family moving in. Oh, this is so cool. Look at that. Is that a new family, or is this just like a school bus? That must be a whole new family moving in. Yeah, let's see their path. They must be going into a new house somewhere. Let's see where they're going. Oh, they're moving into one new that... There's a house that's vacant? Wait, they're stopping here. Are they visiting? Huh. I guess we'll have to keep an eye on them and see where they're going. Oh, there they are. Where are they going exactly? They must be visiting. It looks like they're stopping right here. Oh, this must be them here. Okay. It says they're already living in the house even though they're not here. Cool. Alright, well, we've got a few more deaths over at the chapel, too. So I've made a few more burial plots for a couple more people, and it looks like a very peaceful part of the village. And people are still very superstitious about bridges in Raptoria. It looks like they're not very happy about the bridges, and they kind of... Actually, this one, that's not true. It looks like they're actually walking across this bridge here. There's a path. So I guess maybe, I don't know, 3 out of 5 people or something are afraid of bridges in our town. Kind of funny. Alright, well, everything will come to an end when we finish the church. That's kind of like our biggest, most monumentous building that we can build. And we're going to continue to get on with our horses and cows and stuff. It looks like we have a bow. Oh, wait, 2 ox. Oh, excellent. So we can build at least 2 of these plows. Good, good. Soon, soon. Let's go back to our carpenter, see what he's working on. 4 orders in the queue. One of them must be, let's see, we have 3 farms, and then he must be working on a wagon or something like that. So that way we can finish that up. Looks like, yeah, that might be 1 right there, so that'd be 1 plus 3 for the other ones, so that should be fine. Good. That'd be so cool if we could export wagons and stuff, though. Those would be really cool exports. Very expensive stuff. Looks like our people really like this area, too, so I'm going to add some more trees around here, as they kind of like to come around this area. And once we finish with our horses, I wonder, actually, in this game, if horses can be used for leather as well. If we can, like, for example, make a horse into shoes or something like that, or whatever, when it gets old enough, and use the hide for that. I'm not sure. Alright, well, if we build another farm, it's probably going to be down here. This pasture is directly connected to the cow shed, but we can also authorize them to use fallow fields too, so that should be just good. Just perfect. We also delivered some salt over here, so we should be able to dry out some fish. I've told these guys to make as much dried fish as possible, but I don't know if they'll do it. I'm trying to sell it at market if I can. And it might actually provide a different food. If we provide, for example, food of fish and dried fish, it might count as 2 different food sources, and they might not be as happy or as upset about it. Let's go ahead and see if we can buy some dried fish now. Let's go ahead and buy, maybe, let's buy like, maybe 500 units. There we go. It's close enough. And then salt and lime. Of course, we have lime cooking now, but salt we'll probably not order any, since we have plenty of. Looks like they also demand that stuff, but whatever. And pigs we're not really ready for yet. We have to build ourselves a sty, which would probably be best over by where we built the other coops, like on the other side. Here's a couple of our coops here, so if we build them up there, that might just be perfect. So we'll put that on our design docket too. Let's go ahead and put down some pig coops. Pig coops? No, pig sties. Yes, pig sty. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Well, if we build it, looks like this area is somewhat cordoned off. Yeah, the farm is kind of like a really, oh, wow. You can actually see all the foot traffic coming through here. Now we got a lot of traders coming through now, a lot of people moving in. Since I finished all those houses, there's been a lot of foot traffic. Wow. Cool. Well, we'll have room for another farm. I'll probably build like another farm around here to connect to the pigsty. I probably should only do 1. I don't want to get too out of control with it, so let's just build the 1. We'll authorize that construction. Then we'll build another farm here just for the pigs, so that should be fine. We can also export sallow and pork products with that, so it's really a good export. But again, I don't think I've seen pork exportable, and I haven't seen, like, even if we salt it and turn it into salted pork, I don't think we can export that. Same with, like, I just recently saw shoes in our last look, but I haven't seen saddles before. But hopefully that's something we can build soon. Let's start working on some fences, and let's speed up our people so we can see some more construction get done. It's 1734 now, so again, between these times, you're only just missing, really, me just asking for a building to be built, the materials being dropped off, and then the construction of the building. So we really haven't even gotten to use some of these buildings yet. That's all, of course, the construction process of, you know, things being delivered and eventually being put to use. But there's really not too much going on yet at the moment. Go ahead and put down another small arch here. There we go. Want to see what those wagons will be used for. We're feeding those horses now, but they don't seem to be eating much more than any of the other animals. We got plenty of wheat farms going, so that's good. Let's try a different fence here. Fence 2. Alright. And another one. Perfect. Okay, so we should see a few of these animals growing up. It'll take a little bit of time. Food variety is still an issue, and the plows are still being constructed. Looks like the carpenter is still working on stuff. 3,000 wood and 30 metal parts. What is he making exactly? Let me cancel these other orders and find out what exactly he's working on. Let's go back to the wagon. There we go. Looks like this is ordered. Let's cancel that one order. And let's see if he can make some plows for us. We do have 2 oxen. I think 1 ox per order is required. This one doesn't seem to be canceled, so it seems like he's probably working on 1. There you go. Ah, 0 out of 2 animals. So we'll need a lot more oxen in order to do that. And it looks like we can have 2 plows per farm, or rather 3 plows per farm. So that's 2 animals. So that's 2, 4, 6 times the 3. That's a heck of a lot of oxen. That's actually a lot of cows that we need to have born too. That's crazy. Wait a minute. Are we missing one? Uh-oh. What happened to one of them? Did he die? What happened? Where'd he go? Did we... Oh, wait. There was 2. There was actually 2 more. So that must have been the 2 oxen then. Oh, yeah, that's right. It was 2 cows, a bull, and 2 oxen, I think. So those 2 are probably being put to use now. Where do they wait, by the way? Do they go to the actual... They might actually go to the farm. Or do they go to the carpenter to wait? Oh, there they are. Okay. So the carpenter is making the plow now, and those 2 animals are basically going to wait there until the plow is ready. Then they transport it to the farm. That's cool. I wish we could actually do that with the horses, too. I really wish we could use horses for draft animals like that, too. I just don't know what the wagon is used for exactly. But that's totally fine. Oh, supply for construction or regular deliveries. Ah, I see. There we go. Ah, so that's what we can use it for. Beautiful. An ox died of thirst? Well, yeah. He was waiting at the carpenter. The carpenter's not really... Oh, really? Oh, that's silly. Does the carpenter really... Oh, what? Oh, no. There's a well right here. So this one should have been well taken care of. Oh, that's kind of a glitchy thing, isn't it? If the oxen have to go to the carpenter to wait for them to build it... And there is water nearby somewhere, isn't there? I think we have a water well somewhere nearby. Yeah, right over here. So it's not that far. Out the door and just over here? Oh, that's kind of tricky. Oh, well. That's okay. We'll buy some more ox or make some, I guess. It's just easier to buy them, which explains why I go up into debt sometimes. Maybe the developer didn't program that in yet, where the oxen don't require food. I remember that always being a thing. They don't need food in order to stay at the carpenter building, but maybe drink is a new thing. Oh well. I don't think the carpenter's equipped to actually do that, so who would take care of the ox while he's on his way there? I don't know. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and lay out our last building now and look forward towards the future of our great city. Animals can always be repurchased and whatnot, and some things are just a little tricky. Like the horses, for example, are a little tricky to get fed and whatnot. You need quite a bit of abundant food, otherwise they will starve, so you got to make sure you're all good there. But let's disregard that and move on to building our biggest building yet, the church. This is our biggest building in the game, really even bigger than the town hall, at least in verticality. Let's go ahead and put this bad boy right here. And boom. We have ourselves a church. There we go. Awesome. Boy, that'll be one of the last buildings that we build, but not until we've got a fully sustainable thing with animals and whatnot. I want to make sure I've mastered this. So any mistakes that I make will be used for learning opportunities in the future. For example, the animals going to the carpenter, dying of thirst. We'll make sure that we have something remedied for that in the future. Make sure that the plow is ready to go. Again, we have ourselves a well back here, so it's impossible that they could have been here. Although the plow seems to have been delivered, and then nobody provided water for the oxen, which is kind of weird. Supply for oxen. Ah. So they didn't die at the carpenter, I was right. So it was here at the farm. That's weird. Why does that have to be a thing? I wish that were automatic. I think that should change. For example, if you have oxen assigned to a farm, then they should just automatically get water and hay for them. I wouldn't want them to starve. That's just kind of a waste of an asset. Well, that's good then. I'm glad the carpenter wasn't the problem. So it was just that had to be ticked right there. Supply for oxen. Now I'm ticked. I'm sure you are too. I was yelling at my screen. Yeah, of course. We all were. Well, that's fine. Oxen will be a dime a dozen once we've got all of our exports going, which very soon will be all of our leather products, and more importantly, more of that sunflower oil. And in fact, you could almost do a fair trade. With what I could trade sunflower oil for, I could probably get about 5, 6 oxen, and break even. So that's perfect. Okay, let's continue some of these jobs now. I don't want our people to go bankrupt. And our lime kiln should be working too. Although, is there anybody assigned to this? It's on, but it's not gathering limes. Oh, okay, so somebody from the mine probably delivers some of the limestone there. Perfect. Oh, we had somebody die of old age. Let's get some Fs down below. Very good. Too bad we can't bury our oxen. That'd be nice. Okay, we'll have to make sure I tell all of these farms then to supply for oxen, which is why I built the hay bales nearby. But kind of weird that they just don't do it automatically. And these guys should be able to go right over here and take from the hay and water. Perfect. Alright, so note to self, just always have that activated. Make sure that supply for oxen is always on when you're getting ready to move animals in. Next time we have a trader come through, we will buy ourselves a big O set of oxen and a bunch of horses. Where's the horses, by the way? They were delivering goods. Let's see if we can catch them in action. Ah, there he is. Ah, perfect. Look at that. The horse is delivering a ton of clay. Beautiful. And now he's going back to his parking spot. So that's good. So the wagons are used for, as it said there, supplying local deliveries and also supplying for construction. Looks like we have 2 here taken care of. Or at least that's what it shows. Oh, 0 out of 1. The cart is built, but we need an animal there. So we can get one of these horses ready. But we'll need to probably get some saddles and stuff completed. Oh, good. We have a person visiting. Ah. Sallow, flour, lime, and salt is what they're selling. Shoes and wheat we don't really have. I'll go ahead and buy flour, though. I don't want to run out of any sort of food. So let's go ahead and buy ourselves another 1,000 flour. Good. Our mills are constantly producing. And it looks like we got 825 wheat here. What do we have for flour? Oh, flour's down to about 100. Yep, extra supply would be good. So that way we can try to focus on supplying our animals. Looks like we got a harvest coming up. Excellent. And it looks like the saddle building is being constructed. This is the shoemaker, actually. The saddlery is to the next. Ah, horse tack. That's a thing that we can trade. Alright, ladies, come on over. Start making them saddles. And the shoemaker's workshop is being constructed as well. Oh, wait a minute. They won't be able to... Yeah, they don't have leather. Oh, they can get metal parts. They can start gathering stuff. Go ahead. Go ahead and start gathering stuff you need for your work. Get a little jump start in storing things up. And then once we've got a full production chain, they can go ahead and start making that stuff. Not bad. Alright, so the next goal is buy a bunch of cows, oxen, and horses. So that way we can keep on trucking. Although I don't think we need horses, really, at the moment. Wow, look at that. 32,900 wood, 658 nails, and 1,200 stone is used for the church. Pigsty is up next, though. Beautiful. Things are really going well, I'd say. Despite me forgetting to flip the oxen thing, and the pigsty probably going to be rather empty for a while, things are good. We could also send out messengers to the other local cities ourselves to see if they can give us any sort of animals or whatnot. So let's send out some scouts now. I forgot we could do that. They've been coming into our town for a while. Who recently came in? Marafa? Let's see. Let's go visit this town for 30. Alright, good. Gives us plenty of time to decorate and be within our zen. Learning very, very many things now. For example, the logging station, by the way, the forestry building needs to have the fields rebuilt every time that they're cleared out. Another weird thing that I wish was just kind of automatic. So in addition, I wish the forester personnel would just replant the trees. I wish the farmers would just automatically know if there was an ox in the farm that you would do it that way. Yeah, there we are. There's our cows. Perfect. Well, let's go ahead and order ourselves... let's just order, like, maybe 8 cows. No more bulls. And let's go billion oxen. Should we do that? I kind of do want to see those fields being plowed, but let's at least give one field each. One farm, one plow each. Let's see how that would help out. So we need 2, 4, 6, as far as I'm aware, for the plows. Deal. All right, good. The distance is 6 days, so these guys should be here and settled in for the next season. Oh, and another person has died of old age. Okay. Oh, look, we have horses being born. Wonderful. Good. How do we get horses over here now? No draft horses to complete order. Let's see. Let's get this male ready as a draft horse. Need 4 horseshoes and 1 tack. I see. But how did one of them already come equipped at the wagon shed then? We must have somehow had those? Although it says need 4 horseshoes. So they need... Well, they already have 8, so they need 4 horseshoes. Well, that's weird. Oh, I guess it's because they need 1 tack. Never mind. The error message should just say need 1 tack then. Which we don't have because we need leather. So that makes sense. Alright, there was an opportunity, I think, at some point for me to buy leather, or somebody demanded leather. But leather is going to be a very hot commodity now. Ah, and here comes our parade of cows. Woo! Rancher. Awesome. Let me buy it. Build another pasture, by the way. I don't want to make another one. Can I make another one? Go to pasture. Oh, you can only just have 1. Okay. We can also use these other fields, too, for cows if we want to. So we could build another farm here and put fields here all the way along the side. Perfect. So we'd actually, like, put a farm field... let's see. Probably put a farm field here and here and here. And probably need a 4th one, like, back there, a long field. So that'll be perfect. We could do one just to supply the cows. All right, we've entered bankruptcy. Actually, no. If you're in debt, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're bankrupt. We just owe the other cities a little bit of cash. So with our rent, we should be paying that off. And despite me just buying a ton of cattle, that's not bad. And that means a lot of milk for us, in which we should probably start selling that now at the marketplaces. And also, that means we have a lot more opportunities for beef, and also leather. There we go. Ooh, looks like a visitor. Ah, they demand leather, I see. Well, we got all the stuff we need there. No more pigs, though. No, thank you. Let's see if we can sell some other stuff over here at this new market. Hire another person. Let's sell the things that we have little of, or that we might not have eventually, until later. There we go. Ah, look at that. Food variety problems are solved again. Excellent. And we'll creep up those prices a little bit for living. Let's go ahead and increase house rent to $350. $350. There we go. Excellent. All the buildings are constructed. Now we just wait for the cows to get old enough to where they can be slaughtered. Looks like we have a few that are 2 years old. We have newborns. We have a couple of oxen. Good. Let's order those for... Actually, wait a minute. Can they come over here now? Drag an ox from a cow shed to the harness. How does that work? Ox from cow shed to harness. Ah, I see. Does he start going over there then? Yep. Somebody brings the ox over there. Cool. Alright. Well, now we can order a couple more. So let's make sure we do that. Let's order 1, 2 more. Beautiful. The carpenter should then be able to hold them with no consequence to their food or drink, and then we'll have extra stuff stored at the farm for them to be able to eat. Extra wheat and stuff. Or whatever. Whatever they might consume. Perfect. Ooh, what a big year for harvest, too. And we're almost out of debt again. Well, good luck to all these other families. Should have saved. Okay. We're doing well. Okay, let's try this. Ash tree. And we should probably put some benches down, too. I could probably build a cart, but it seems like our wagons will be enough to deliver big amounts of deliveries. Dried fish, lime, no. I want to try to start conserving our money a little bit now. And could open these marketplaces up down here, too. Let's go with honey. I'm sorry, milk. I was thinking of milk and honey. Let's go with fish and flour. Fish and flour. And that's good enough for now. Very good. 234 people in the city. It is a very large city. It's cool. A lot of things are built in square because this is exactly how the homes are built, by the way. They're all kind of just a square when they get put down. So that's kind of nice that we've got all these people now working on the harvests. And we only need 2 of the mills up for now. If ever there's an opportunity where I can buy a bunch of wheat, I'll just do it now, because then we can split it half between the animals and half between the actual farms. A.k.a. the cow sheds or the barns. Alright, construction on the church will begin next time. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, everybody. Go ahead and calm down on that construction. Pigsty is done, so that's great. We can build another farm, but we're not desperate for food at the moment. Unless we build ourselves a pigsty. So we could probably build another field over here just for the pigs. And make sure we're just doing nothing but like buckwheat and, I don't know, potatoes. They eat anything, really. So let's go ahead and put another farm over here. And we'll build this farm like this. And we'll just add a few... Yeah, let's make it an angle like that. We'll just add a few fields to that, and that'll be good. And then we should be able to try to see pigs briefly before we're all said and done here. Good. Now, the next thing I want to see function is if these cattle... Are they already in... Oh, they're already in the thingies here. Hay barracks. We have 2 of those ready to go. Now, anything over... Is there a way to set years? Hay reserves less than a month. Really? What if I build some more hay barracks? We have 2 hay barracks here. Oh, this is how much is in storage here, less than a month, but then there's 900 stored here. So it looks like 300, let's say 300 a month times, what? Ooh, I don't know how long it is until they can leave. Let's say 3 months. So we've got more than enough storage here. But we may as well take advantage of it and try to store more just in case. It's the same for the horses then, I'm assuming. Although they've made it through winter already, I believe. Okay, let's see. Well, better safe than sorry. Let's build a few more. I'd rather store up all that hay anyway. There we go. Food reserves 4 months. Oh, the cows eat much more. Well, there was 20, so that makes sense. So 4 months, and then there's also reserves here, plus 1,000. So 200 lasts them 4 months. So that's 2,000. So that would last them a very, very long time. So we're all good there. So we don't need to make these, but it'll look cool. And let's put some decorations down, too. How about a birch tree out front? There we go. Perfect. Alright, so the next big construction project is the church, but I want to finish up these buildings over here. So we have our slaughterhouse, tannery, warehouse. Then we should probably put a granary nearby. Though I'd like for them to store beef up here. So let's just have them take the beef up here and store like 250. I don't know how much each cow slaughtering costs. And another one over here at 250. So despite any minor setbacks and or things having to be learned, we've been doing just a phenomenal job. Everything has been going really well. I'm going to go ahead and buy Yeah, hell, let's buy 2,000 potatoes, too. I don't want to get anywhere close to, like, losing anybody now. Everybody's done such a great job. I want to make sure we have extra food in storage. Looks like we're not storing potatoes over here. Let's go put potatoes here. Let's go put 5,000 here. Oh, no, just 500 for the markets. Otherwise, it could be stored at the farm and transported later. Good. Excellent. Beautiful. All right, let's build a fence here. So I could probably put a cart storage in the back here. And now, despite us needing more cattle, more horses rather, carts are really best for small jobs between these local areas. We don't need horses to come in from a far distance to transport short. Horses are best for construction at the moment. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Oh, darn it. I moved my mouse at the last second. Reap! Nobody timestamped that. It'll be embarrassing. Okay, let's see. Well, come on now. See how it gets stuck when I zoom in? It's kind of weird. Like, I tried to zoom in to get precise, and then it kind of, like, freaks out. It's all good. What? There we go. Perfect. So now we can put park carting over here. Let's go ahead and put down a couple of cart parkings. Let's see. Excellent. That'll give the carpenter much more to do here. I made this area way bigger than I needed to, but what I can do is build a few trees here to kind of separate the areas a little bit. I'm sure the smells here would be phenomenal with lime and slaughtering and tanning and all this other stuff going on, so it'd probably be nice to have some buffer zones between some of these things. Oh, looks like there's down to one worker here at the forestry building. Oh, because somebody died of old age. Oh, geez, his friend died. Now he needs to find a replacement at the old forest building. Uh-oh. Well, I hope you guys find somebody. I'll leave the position open. Otherwise, enjoy your days off, man, until we find a second person to carry logs. He could still be productive, though. He could still, you know, cut wood, and he wouldn't be able to cut down logs and bring them in, but he could still cut some wood and stuff. Okay, let's add some more benches while we wait for winter to be over. This city is just beautiful. I'm very proud of this. I've learned so much now and remembered a lot from before, too. All my previous mistakes and things that I did incorrectly. Constant improvement over time. And so I'm really proud of myself for that. And really the only thing we need to worry about is just like food variety on occasion. And handing out some dollars from time to time. That's what you call a sugar daddy. All right, guys, I'll see you all next time for our second to last episode. 2 more episodes left that I have planned. I have something very special planned for you next time. And then our final episode, completing the church and completing the town. I could continue to build this town forever and ever and expanding it, but you get the gist of it. And I'm really happy at what's new here in the recent update, Update 3. We'll see that charcoal kiln get lit, too. That should be quite cool. All right, guys, I'll see you next time. Take care. Have a great day. Thanks for dropping by, and I'll see you all soon. Goodbye, everyone. Yay.